everyone! Welcome to today's Big Brother 24 chat.
Oh, hi! We just finished closing the crusty pool.
Oh. No, the pool's fine. We're crusty now. But anyway, we also watched last night's episode.
The Throwaway. It's episode 33.
It's a filler queen.
The penultimate episode.
Yes. So, last time Brittany was evicted.
By a vote of Monty.
Yeah. I mean, he was the only person voting.
A unanimous vote of Monty.
Yeah. Now we're down to the final
Which,
three.
by the way, I must go on record saying I think it was a mistake. I think he should have kept Brittany.
Interesting.
Just saying.
All right. Well, we'll see how it plays out.
But then again, I'm not in the house, so.
Yeah.
Just my humble.
I honestly don't know what he should have done, because, I mean, there's pros and cons either way.
Exactly. But the final three is... Turner, Taylor, and Monty.
Okay.
What an unlikely trio.
Yeah, it's an interesting group. I would not have put these three together in the final three from the beginning.
We did think Taylor had the...
I did not think Taylor was going to make it this far.
No, I mean pre-season.
Oh, pre-season I had high hopes for her, but just seeing like how everything went down in the beginning, I thought she was going to last a few weeks tops without everyone was targeting her.
Has really been such a roller coaster ride.
Mm-hmm.
Expect the unexpected was never more appropriate than this season.
Never more.
Yeah. All right, so this is the throwaway. They get to have champs. They get to spray it all over the place. Mm-hmm. And boy, did Taylor really spray that champs all over the place. She wasted half that first bottle.
I mean,
she got it all over her Giovanni.
It's like Emily in Paris. Maybe they're using a crappy champagne just for spraying. This is not for drinking. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I just saw new photos of season 3, and I'm very excited. I don't know when it's coming out, but
they had takeout food that was taken out of the takeout containers and put on the plates nicely.
Yeah.
It looks like Turner had some nice vegetarian food. It looks like some sort of like a vegetarian, maybe fried chicken cutlet or something
like that.
Everybody else had stuff and tough.
Now, the way that all this stuff is crammed in at the end always, like, freaks me out because I feel like they do this final 3 meal and then they don't have long before...
They have to do the competition.
Yeah.
And they're drunk.
And they have all that food moving around in them and, like, blah.
They said, we're going to fill you up because we know you're going to be sloshing around on that endurance comp and we want to go home at a normal hour.
Advice for anybody on future seasons... If they're doing this meal, like, don't eat too much. You can eat the leftovers later. Don't get drunk.
Protein shake.
Yeah, you can enjoy it later, but be ready for that competition.
All right, well, let's get right into the filler because
we get all the filler, and then at the end of the episode, we'll see 2 seconds of the HOH. Yeah, you did.
All right, so Jasmine, my foot. I fell and it hurts.
We all know that Jasmine was milking that sprained ankle all season. And yes.
Well, as long as she was there.
Well, yeah, I'm sure even in the jury house, she's like, can you do this for me? Can you put this in the air fryer for me?
My steak is still a little pink.
She's asking people to make meals for her. I love how in the diary room, too, she was blaming it on her injury, but like...
I can't get into the kitchen and cook the food like I like.
Come on.
I'm Poo-Poo's queen ant. He's the worker ant. Yeah. When she told Terrence that she doesn't normally eat the egg yolks, and he just looked at her like...
He looks so annoyed, and I don't blame him.
I'm going to rip your effing head off.
Yeah, I mean, she's asking Alyssa, grab my chapstick, grab my water. Alyssa was nice enough to refill Jasmine's water bottle.
I mean, girl, don't drink tap water. Not in this house, anyway.
The way...
Take it from the cooler.
That it all went down, though.
Yeah.
Was a bit much. And your
what
butt's
water
wet.
Is this? Yeah. That was the icing on the Big Brother cake.
Well, you know who it bothered more than anyone else?
Turner. Mm-hmm. Turn Daddy.
And they were festy besties.
Well, it all started with
it all led to
the house.
Yeah, it all led to Muffingate.
Muffingate, yeah.
Turner had enough, and he chowed down on one of those muffins that Jasmine was saving.
Show the best part of Muffingate. Who ate the half? You know that was the best part.
Yeah.
That was the best part, but they didn't show it.
That might have been in the original Muffingate package.
We needed
I
to
don't
see it
remember.
again.
I just remember watching that on Twitter and being like, this is hilarious.
All right, well, we wasted enough time on Muffin Gate because it was ridiculous.
Let's talk about how sad it makes me that Alyssa did not receive a good education in geography.
Or anything?
I don't know. This geography, though, is really rough. And I am somebody...
She did not know it.
I do not consider myself to be good at geography. But
I
like,
still know
this
the basics.
Is a whole other situation.
Oh, you mean you weren't forced to draw a map of the United States from memory when you were a child?
I used to do those quizzes online where it was like, name all the states, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Which was actually fun.
We didn't have computers when I was a child, so it was books or nothing.
Yeah, well, it really does truly make me sad how bad
What do you
Alyssa
mean?
is at geography.
I thought D.C. was next to Arizona.
We're close to Maryland, right? In California? Did she even know she was in California? I don't know.
What's New England? I hear people... is it a state? No.
Ah!
The Newark was the best, though. I'm glad they included that.
It's the happiest place on earth.
It's not. I've been there many times.
Maybe if you're the Sopranos, I don't know.
And then London, France. I mean, okay.
Highly disappointing. No, do not okay that. No.
That's not our country, though.
Okay, but that is a world city.
But I'm saying that's more believable. Like, you don't even know the United States, but, like, it's okay. It's understandable if you're sheltered and you don't know what is on the other side of the pond.
It's very disappointing. And I don't want it to be glanced over that Kyle did not know that shit either.
Yeah.
Let's not let that slide.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right, let's continue with Daniel. Daniel, the train wreck.
Okay, but they didn't even show Daniel at his worst. There was a lot of stuff. There was no way it was going to make it to air for Daniel.
When he blew up at Taylor?
A bunch of stuff in regards to Taylor.
But he also blew up at Monty after the eviction of Nicole.
Yeah. I mean, Daniel has no one to blame but himself here. Monty literally told him, like, do not use this veto. I'm worried for Nicole. Mm-hmm. I mean, he wanted Nicole to go. But he was telling Daniel straight up, like, I think if Nicole goes up...
she's going to go out.
She's going to go out, so maybe don't do that.
It was like, don't touch this, it's hot. Don't touch it, it's hot. I'm touching it. He said in the diary room, Monty told me not to do it, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I want to do it. I'm going to go against him and do it. Shouldn't have used the veto. You know what bugs me, though, so much this season? Is the lays. With the lays, yes, with the lays. Always turned with the... She knew exactly what she was doing.
It was fun and authentic at first, and then it just became a little bit too much towards the end. But I do still hope that she gets that Lay's sponsorship deal. Get it, girl.
Whatever. I'm over it.
All right.
All right, let's continue over to DJ Showtime or DJ Slow Time, as some of our pals in the comments have referred.
I haven't seen that one.
I've seen that, DJ Slow Time. He called Daniel out on the Murray's pomade. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be for African-American hair, or African hair, and he's not using it right.
Well, Daniel said he started using that because he wanted, like, the spikes in his hair, and it worked really well for that.
I have seen other stuff work better for the spikes, like Dippity-Doo. Yeah.
Dippity-Doo.
Dippity-Doo. That's what they had when I was rocking out in the 80s, and I used it. And,
well, Monty and Terrence really enjoyed that.
They thought it was funny.
That Daniel was using it.
Yeah. Turner. He's dirty. In many ways.
Oh my goodness. Why do I feel like we've already had a conversation in a recap this season about how often people should shower? Yeah. We already did that, right?
I mean, in the wintertime, you very possibly can get away with every other day.
I feel like I've already said this. I am somebody who showers every day. I wash my hair every day. I know that they say don't do that. I do it. Whatever. I will say, even though I am somebody that showers every day, I have heard that you only really have to shower every other day.
Right.
Personally, I want that shower every day. But
I think it's a personal matter.
But I mean, if you
stink,
smelling,
or if your feet are turning black on the bottom because you're stepping in dirt,
if you're noticeably smelly, you might want to take a shower more than every other day.
Hasn't the weather been like unbelievably?
You're in California, so
in California.
Also,
this year?
I think part of the problem may have just been that
his clothes stunk.
Turner was not doing laundry, so that stunk. And even if your body is clean, if you're wearing smelly clothes,
you're gonna stink.
You're gonna stink.
Yeah, stank.
So.
All right, so the dirty feet. He was like living like a hobbit. The hobbit's best life in that house.
Or a Harfoot, if you've been watching Rings of Power, which has been great. Stop it.
All right, let's talk about when they split up the house. And we had your Dyer Fest, which is like Fire Fest. We've already seen 2 documentaries on that.
Both great, Netflix and Hulu.
If only the Fire Fest had been what they were purporting it to be. Wow, would that have been amazing? But if nope.
That guy's a fraud!
Yeah. And Big Brochella. They were living life.
VIP.
I am VIP because at Big Brochella, the air conditioning was just a little bit too cold.
Too cold in here.
The food. I mean,
out of Dyer Fest, I mean, they're eating the beanie weenies, they're eating Spam.
They're infested with bugs. It's hot as ass.
It seemed like it really took a turn when I guess Big Brother put up that like tarp over the backyard, and
it was like a sauna in there.
It got terrible for them. I mean, when they had the open air and they could see the stars and everything, I think they were really enjoying it a lot more.
Why were they being punished because of the wall yellers?
I think that was a big part of it.
It was a big part of it.
I think
you made them cook in the oven out there.
I think they were trying to keep the house guests cool, but it was really creating more of like a greenhouse effect and making it worse.
You know what the worst part of it was, for me anyway, would be having to use the porta potty and the outdoor shower that you could see.
Oh, the shower. Yeah, I mean the shower's not great, but the porta potty would really be the worst.
Alyssa, you might want to wear your bathing suit in the shower because everyone can see everything. So okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah, awkward. But you know what I really would have loved to have seen from Dyer Fest? Some more of the stuff that was blocked
the game
out.
Talk?
Yeah, when we didn't get to see the feeds for like 2 days.
Well, you know what? Who cares about that now? That's what the show's probably thinking. Like, you don't want to see any. You just want to see, I
want to see more of that 4-hour half house meeting that we didn't get to see.
I mean, that might have been important before, but who cares right now?
I guess.
All right, it's time for America's Vote. Who did you vote for?
I didn't do my votes yet. I know I'm bad, but
do those votes.
Gotta do those votes
before it's too late. The winner gets $50,000. It would have been nice if they had given him $75,000.
Then they're going to get, like, as much as second place.
They should.
I mean, I think they already kind of do.
Oh, with the trip.
If you're third place and you get America's Favorite.
I thought that if you were one of the top 2, you're not eligible for America's Favorite.
I'm saying if you get third place.
Oh, okay.
Because you still get your stipend, as far as I know.
Right.
You get the bonus bump for being third place.
Right.
You get the America's Favorite. So you actually end up getting, I think, around the same amount as second place. Cause
maybe more with the trip.
Second, yeah, it's possible. Second and first place, they don't get their stipend. They just get the prize money.
Correct.
So it's interesting how that could work out. Which kind of sucks.
Because I think at any place, you should
still get your stipend.
You still put the hours in.
Yeah, I think you should still get your stipend. But anyway.
Right. You get a sex trip.
Oh!
On the Love Boat.
Cruise for 2.
Sex cruise.
That's fun, though, that they added in an extra bonus prize.
But seriously, the whole cruise it's sex theme. They call it love, but we know what it is.
All right.
All right, so now Indy. She has not even been, or had not even been, a citizen for a whole year.
She celebrated her 1-year anniversary
and she's
in the house.
living the dream on Big Brother.
I have to say, it was very, very exciting to see how proud she was about her citizenship and talking about her journey to citizenship. Yeah. Really inspiring to hear her story.
It reminds me so much of my own family, my mom, when she was saying, and my dad's family coming over from Europe,
They're both first generation
Americans. And my mom's siblings are, their children are first generation Americans. Half of her family was born in Europe and half of her family she was the first one born here. So.
Pretty cool.
it is pretty cool. It's amazing to hear my mom talk about, you know, her parents being in this country and not speaking any English, and, you know, and I love that Indy wants to also help her parents and her family out. Mm-hmm. So, loved it.
Yeah.
And she, you know, a lot of people, oh, these people are coming into our country, they're not working for it, whatever. She really laid it out that she really worked hard to get here, and that makes it even the more sweet.
Yeah. I'm really curious what life would be like now for Indy, like if she went back to Brazil to visit.
Oh, would she be like a celebrity?
Yeah, because
I think
Big Brother is even bigger in Brazil than it is here, or at least their version is. I don't know if our version is as big over there.
You know what? I know that she wanted to possibly get on their version, and I hope she does, because it's, you know, that would really be living the dream.
She wants the summer house
experience. Yeah. All right, so now the diary room, the infamous diary room.
Oh boy, I always look forward to this every season. Mm-hmm. Let's see those outtakes, baby! And I have to say,
vent.
A lot of this stuff would have been enjoyable to see throughout the season. We want those raw DRs. We don't want them just like spouting back lines that have been fed to them.
I always think back to the Zach.
Yes.
And Frankie.
Yes.
Reveal, you know.
One of the best DRs of all time.
It was raw. It was real.
We love the raw emotion.
Yes. Cry, cry, cry. Vent, vent, vent. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Who cried the most this season? I want to know in the comments what you think.
I don't know.
Who cried the most? I think it might have been Turner.
Turner had some really intense cries, but I don't know if
I feel
his
like
were as frequent.
Turner is the most genuine out of anybody
Megan
in the house.
Belmonte.
I think he's like the most genuine, and I love that about him.
He's very genuine.
All right.
I think Brittany had a lot of cries. I think Taylor had a good amount of cries. Mm-hmm. There were lots of cries.
I vote for Turner.
Okay.
All right, so Kyle.
Oh boy.
Kyle. Poor Kyle.
I don't know about poor Kyle.
Poor Kyle being sheltered.
I still have my issues with that.
I can understand how a Kyle would happen.
Yes and no, but like my main thing here, and I've brought it up before, it's not like he is some 18-year-old kid. He is like almost 30 years old. He makes his living right now through social media on TikTok. Like that is a world stage. You know, you're on the internet. You have the internet. Why are you not educating yourself?
But he is a product of his parents and his religion.
I get that, but still, 29 years old. Like, he's at a point where if he wanted to learn more about other cultures, he could do that.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying I could see how it could happen.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have to say, his conversation between himself and Terrence was one of, I thought, the most eye-opening, very, like, well-explained parts of the entire season. I enjoyed what Terrence had to say to him so much, and it gave so much clarity to the whole situation. I thought it was explained so eloquently. I loved it. About how from when African Americans were slaves, how they were pitted against each other, and how the cookout was so important because they united for a change. And it was so wonderful to see. And that's what everybody needs to hear. Because I haven't even heard that explanation before. And if I had heard that before, I would have understood it so much more. So I loved the way he explained it.
Yeah. I remember this conversation the day that it happened. And I feel like the editors here did a really good job of putting this together.
Right.
Because this conversation in real time...
Oh, it was different?
I mean, you still had the good bits in there as well, but also just coming from Terrence with the way that he's acted this season.
And then he's kind of ruined it because he turned it around and tried to benefit from it game-wise, just like Michael tried to benefit from it game-wise.
We know there were some ulterior motives here because ultimately Terrence wanted Kyle to stay that week.
Right.
And he was trying to flip this vote, see if anybody else would be down to keep Kyle over Taylor. And that really put a bad taste in my mouth about the whole situation.
See, it started out good, and then it kind of got tarnished a little bit.
The way that it was presented in this episode, though...
Was good. Right. They left out the important part about him trying to use it for game.
Yeah.
What did you think of Taylor and Kyle's chat about why she protected Jasmine?
I thought this was great, too. And Taylor made a very important point in her conversation. She said, I am going to be here for you as a friend, but I'm not your private tutor. You know, she should not have this burden on her as a black woman to educate Kyle. You know, he can go read books, watch videos, like whatever. He can do the research himself, but it is not on her or any of the other Black House guests to educate Kyle. So she made a very important statement there. But she was talking about some of her viewpoints and why she didn't want to be the one to put Jasmine up on the block. And she wasn't saying that she would never get rid of Jasmine. She would vote her out, for sure. We saw that. But...
See, I don't agree with her protecting her at all costs, because
she wasn't protecting her at all costs,
though.
She just said that she didn't want to be the one to nominate her.
Right, but it would have been okay to vote her out.
Yeah, so it's not at all costs.
Okay. Because, especially since Jasmine was trying to get rid of her.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Taylor extended this grace to Jasmine that will not necessarily have been reciprocated, which was disappointing, but, you know.
It is what it is. It's Big Brother. All
right.
But what about Peter? At first, I thought they were talking about Peter from the old Folgers commercial.
Oh, God.
Peter, you're home.
This was a weird clip. I feel like the rest of the show kind of just, like,
fell apart
after that.
They were like, you know what? It's a holiday weekend. We're not going to do any more editing. We're not digging through any more stuff. Let's just phone it in.
Yeah, a bunch of the house guests were hanging out in the gym, wondering, like...
I remember that night. It was after, was it after, like, the veto competition or something?
I don't know. I'm going to be real. I skipped over that conversation when it happened. I was like, this is not one that I need to listen to. I have other things to get to.
Okay, so what if the fictitious house guest Peter died in the house?
What if he chokes on something? What if he doesn't wake up in the morning? Like, what?
Well, you guys are GD lucky that didn't happen, because they would have shut down the show. They would have shut it down.
Right?
Yep, they would have.
I mean, didn't that happen on Survivor in another country?
And they shut it down.
Yeah,
but that was during competition.
That happened. Oh, yeah. I mean, even so...
I think they would have shut. They would have been like,
"That's a traumatic experience.
You're going home. Bye."
Yeah.
So you're lucky.
Yeah, I'm very glad that nothing like that has ever happened.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Here.
But what about Joseph swatting those flies?
That made me sad.
I don't even want to talk about it because it's BS. It's total BS. Why'd you put that in the show?
All right.
It's stupid. There was nothing this season that was more compelling.
I feel like we had a lot more interesting stuff going on than that.
Like maybe the hookups or...
something. There were so many other things.
Erectile dysfunction, Kyle. You never explained that, guys.
So then, we got to see some more diary room stuff. All the weird requests throughout the season.
They have a pumpkin flavor at Dunkin'. Shouldn't we have that in the HOH room? Berries, a dog.
Y'all are really wishing.
Some people want almond milk. Turner, I get you. I'm also allergic to almond milk. I can't have it. Let's have some other milks in there. There's only about 20 different ones to choose from at the store.
True.
Send that PA out to get some oat milk. Jenga with the sexy stuff on it.
Indy wanted to play Summer House.
Alcohol. The earrings I lost in the pie eating contest. My bikini bottoms. I don't know why they went missing. I don't want to know.
A bunch of...
too revealing?
Indy's stuff was confiscated because it would have been, like, too revealing, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, it's the Brazilian.
I guess.
You know? The Brazilian cut.
Yeah.
Jasmine's birthday and never-ending list.
I could have done with a whole segment on Jasmine's birthday celebrations. Funner. But I guess they didn't want to do Jasmine being demanding and her birthdays. Like, it would have been too much.
This whole episode was very Jasmine heavy.
Well, she put on a good show.
She was the good TV.
Love her or hate her.
Good TV.
She was great TV.
Yeah. Okay. So now we are treated to exactly 2 minutes of the final HOH.
Oh.
They showed more of the house guests, not on the apparatus, than they showed of
The
them
apparatus.
on the apparatus. And by
The
apparatus,
freaking hot dog?
I mean wiener with hand grips. Who had to dig out the hand grips in those wieners? That's what I want to know.
But yeah, part 1 of the final HOH is traditionally an endurance, and here we go.
It's Wiener Palooza.
Oh, wonderful.
If you're the last one grabbing your wiener, you win. And no, I don't mean if you fall off and you're grabbing your crotch. You have to
the men are
grab
at an advantage here.
the provided wiener by the show.
No. Oh my god, yeah. So this thing is going to be spinning. It's going to be... blah, blah.
Teeter-totter.
Yeah. We only got to see a short little snippet of this competition, and we'll get to see the rest of it play out on finale night, which is tomorrow night.
Oh, already?
Yeah, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern,
Oh,
2 hours.
So quick.
2 hours, baby.
I have to say, I like what they did this season. We don't need that extra 3 days at the end of the season.
I think last week could have been shorter.
Yeah.
But whatevs.
I think this was a good move to have it shorter, but maybe a Monday would have been better. We don't want to work on Sunday. Yeah. So make sure you check in tomorrow or Monday very late. Sunday, very early Monday.
Yeah. But we also have today's spoiler and tomorrow's spoiler, so...
Oh, too much goodness all at once.
Yeah, so we'll see you later for that. So thanks so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And until next time, much love.